What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Laugh Napkin. Today we're checking out the subreddit r/iDOWorkHereLady, where crazy Karens and Chads can't possibly believe that you could be an employee at this store. You're just too normal for that or something. I don't know, Karens are really weird and just want to believe what they made up in their minds to justify their crazy behavior. But that's what makes these stories interesting. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Rude lady caused her whole store to no longer get free tea. So for background, I work at a high-end mall, specifically outrageously priced loose-leaf tea. I met the owner of the business through my old basketball coach. She married an inspiring businessman who got rich because of his smart investments. Well, one of these investments was this tea shop. This will be important later. So we sold a variety of the best quality loose-leaf tea from all around the world. Although it was mostly just retail, we also made drinks for about $5 to $8 depending on the sizes of the cups. Part of our marketing is going by other stores and offering them free tea. Since we had a lot of leftovers from the samples we used that day, towards the end of the day we'd transfer them in cups and give them out for free to neighboring stores. This gave us more customers and the employees are usually very grateful. Well, except this one rude lady. We'll call her RL, for Rude Lady. She worked at one of the big stores. She struts in one day and began to complain about how her department never got the tea. She rambles on and on about how they always get it every Tuesday. She doesn't understand why it's so hard for us to be consistent. Rude Lady, I know you guys always bring us tea, but we didn't get it today. Yeah, those were just a courtesy from the owner. I know, so why didn't you bring us teas today? I don't understand why that's so hard to do. It's just tea. Ma'am, these teas are actually about $12 per 2 ounces. They're not cheap, and we're not allowed to just give them out for free. Well, I know the owner. She always gives me free teas. I want to speak to the manager. You don't know anything. We pay for these teas at the end of the month, and I don't see why you're breaking that contract. She was grasping at things at this point. Me. Actually, I am the manager. I know everything that happens in the store. We do not sign those types of contracts. We give out free tea as a courtesy. It's not mandatory. And from now on, I think it's in our best interest to no longer give your store free tea. Rude lady realizing she just ruined it for everyone. You can't do that. I know the owner. My old coach actually was in the back at this time since her daughter usually goes to classes and events held at Microsoft. She slides the door open and walks out to look the rude lady in the eyes. Rude lady, finally, a grown-up. Can you tell this kid to stop impersonating a manager and being so rude? Coach, actually, that's my store manager, and I've never met you in my whole life. I think it's best for you to leave. I later on had to relay what happened to my other coworkers, and they couldn't stop laughing. I guess me looking like a teenager doesn't make me look credible to be the manager. That was honestly one of the reasons why we stopped giving tea out for free. People got too demanding. Well, that just stinks for everyone. You try to help everyone out, you try to do the right thing, you try to be nice, but of course, a Karen has to ruin it for everyone. On to the next story. Karen versus the voting machine. Herein is a tale of a woman I ran into when I was working as an election official some years ago. Either the 2004 or the 2008 election. There were long lines and people were frustrated and tired. Our state was using electronic voting machines and this woman ran into some problem. Lady, this machine isn't working right. Nobody had complained about that machine before, but in training they said that the machines could crash. I had a checklist to run through in that case. Far more likely though was user error. Me. Okay, let me take a look. No, I don't want you to see how I voted. Would you be more comfortable if my partner and I both looked? I'm X party and she's Y, so we supervise each other. No, just fix the damn machine. Ma'am, I can't fix it without knowing what the problem is. Votes are supposed to be private. Ma'am, I do not care how you voted, nor will I remember it later. If you won't let anyone look at it, we can't help you. She screamed wordlessly and stomped off. After a short discussion with my partner, we punched the button that said cast ballot. The machine went through its tallying beeps and blorts and was ready for the next voter. And that was all she had needed to do. I expect that she complained to anyone who would listen that we wouldn't let her vote. Wow, what a mess that lady was, right? She must struggle in everyday life. Like, for real struggle. Anyway, on to the next story. I'm not an elementary kid. Before I get into the story, here's a little background. I'm 16, female, 5 foot nothing, 95 pounds. I'll admit I'm kinda used to being mistaken as a child, but this is the worst I've ever seen. My school offers a class where you're a library assistant. Small town, so all of our schools are right next to each other. I'm sent to the library once a week. The librarian desk is obviously away from everything else, access only to assistants and librarians. I was back there. I was also getting into a box clearly marked TAs only. The librarian there is amazing and fills the box with candy for us. Some of the kids were in the library setting something up. A little reward store for the other kids, I guess? I don't know. This lady comes in, and I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say she was just a parent and probably didn't know about the no kids behind this area rule. She's also working with 5th graders as she's going to be helping the kids with the store. She has a list of the 2 kids working it. Currently, the only people in the library are me, her, and one of the kids on the list. We'll call him Logan, and the lady just L, for lady. She reads over the list and looks up. She spots me. She says, "Are you Adam?" The other kid on the list. No, I reply as I put a small candy in my mouth and then dig in the box for Almond Joys. But this says I have 2 kids helping me, and the other is Adam. Well, I'm not Adam, I say, as I'm still searching for the pesky candy I saw 5 minutes ago. Logan, yeah, she's not a... Lady spots the box I'm digging in. She reads it and gasps loudly. "You aren't supposed to be in there! Get over here, young lady! Stop lying and stop stealing before I tell your teacher!" Lady, I'm not doing any of that. I'm a high school TA. I'm working here for the next hour. You're too young to be in high school. I will call your parents. I have a short fuse and wasn't able to go off on her before the librarian walks in and smiles at me. Before either of us could say something, Lady speaks up. She says, "She's not supposed to be back there, is she?" Librarian looks confused for a moment and looks at me. "OP, why aren't you supposed to be back here?" I shrug vaguely, and librarian smiles again. She says, "Oh, well, how was the walk over here? Not too cold?" "Nope, it was as refreshing as always." Librarian smiles and then tells me the task she has for me for the time I'm there. I get to work with a big smile and my Almond Joy. Lady glared at me the rest of the time. Oh, and Adam was at the front office. They let the kids say their announcements over the intercom, and he got to do it that day. Suck it, lady. There's nothing like being mistaken for a child when you're trying to work. On to the next story. Oh, you're good friends with the owner? I must have amnesia. Okay, a bit of background. I'm female, currently 35, and I joined the Navy straight out of high school in 2003 and was medically discharged in 2006 and had made several friends in California while I was there. In 2006, I started a small business making lighted decorations. To start, I did everything myself, but as time went on, I hired others. By 2008, I had a small crew of 5 working for me, but in 2009, it really grew, and I needed to get at least an additional 5 people, but I was looking for 10 to better keep up with orders. Around this time, I hired someone in a management position because I would be gone for a bit as a friend in California had been in a really bad accident and I was going to see them. A bit turned into 3 weeks before I returned home. I got back on Saturday morning and spent the day getting caught up on work and checking in with the manager on hires and sales and what happened while I was gone. He informed me that we had 12 new hires because 2 of the workers quit while I was gone. Now, I do need to state that we have 3 office cubicles, mine, the manager's, and the front desk. Front desk answered calls, took orders, and accepted customer complaints for me to deal with. Saturday and Sunday, front desk is closed. Turns out one of the new hires was front desk. Monday morning, I'm in my office doing paperwork when I hear front desk enter her office. I step out to introduce myself, and before I can say anything, I'm confronted by front desk. It went something like this. Front desk: "Who the F are you? And why are you in the owner's office?" "Me? I'm the owner. Who the F are you to talk like that to me?" At this time, manager enters from the back and front desk doesn't see him. Front desk: "I'm front desk, and you are not the owner. He and I are close and personal friends." I kid you not, she actually purred the words. Manager looking very confused. What's going on here? Me talking over front desk's babbling. Apparently, I need to go to the hospital because I have amnesia, as she is a close personal friend and I'm a he. Front desk: "Screw you, pig. You're not the owner." Manager: "Actually, she is the owner, and I don't believe we'll be needing your services anymore." At that, you can literally see the light leave her eyes as she realized she messed up. I ended up selling the business 5 years ago to the manager. To this day, remembering the look on her face still makes me chuckle, and manager uses the story with new hires as a reminder to be careful how you speak to people. You never know, they could be your boss. Now, I know at the beginning of the story, I kind of skipped over the part where it says she has a Karen hairdo that is vibrant orange and a voice like Fran from The Nanny, but there was no way I'm doing the voice of Fran from The Nanny, because if I did that, I would have hacked it up bad, and you guys don't want to hear that. But that was a great story to bring us to the end of this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I want to know what you guys think about these stories in the comments. Also, if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified of future videos just like this one. And give me some feedback, guys. Talk to me in these comments. You guys want to see different storytime subreddits that I'm just not covering? Let me know down there and I'll try to get them out. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.